Today we are riding something special. I'm here at Bikebiz about to pick up my ride for this week. Here it is, the beautiful Yamaha R9. I'm joking. Obviously we're here to pick up the R9. Now the original plan was for me to take out the black one, but when I was playing around with the handlebars, I noticed that when I turned it to the right, the handlebars would hit the tank. I thought, there's no way Yamaha engineering is this bad. So I took a closer look and found the problem. Someone had damaged the steering stops on this bike. I didn't notice any signs of the bike being dropped or crashed, so I don't know. I was just lucky that I didn't take out this bike, otherwise I could be in the blame for that problem. So instead, we'll be taking out the blue R9. The next day, I got an MT-09 SP out, just so I could see the differences between both bikes. Is the R9 basically an MT-09 SP? Well, yes and no. Think of it like oranges. You have oranges and then you have orange juice. Still the same thing, but different. The bottom line is, it all comes down to the type of ride you're after. The MT-09 is always going to offer more comfortability due to it being a naked bike. And as we all know, naked bikes are way more comfortable, whereas the R9 is more designed for more of a sportier ride. Now before we get started guys, I get a lot of DMs from you guys asking what cameras I use for motovlogging. Well, if you notice some of these clean and sick shots at the start, it was recorded on an Insta360 X5 and an Insta360 Ace Pro, which are the cameras I'll be using to film this video, mainly the Ace Pro 2. But if you're the type of person who just wants to slap on the camera on their bike and forget about it, then definitely get the Insta360 X5 for sure. Insta360 X5 gives off such a cool and unique style footage, recording your entire surroundings so you never miss anything. Doing this all up to 8K, I can name you numerous times when I'm out and I wish I recorded this certain angle, but I wasn't facing that way, And as we all know guys, there are a lot of silly drivers out there, which is why I'd highly recommend you just slapping on an X5 on your motorbike or on your helmet. It captures everything, every angle. Even when you're not looking, it's always there recording your surroundings. So you always want to make sure that there's a camera always looking out for you, even when you're not looking. So if you're interested on purchasing some Insta360 products, use my link in the description down below to support me guys. I'll be using the Ace Pro 2 throughout this entire video. The footage is going to look quite nice. You guys will see it.
Alright, let's talk about the design and the aesthetic. I think we can all agree that the design is pretty nice. I won't lie, when these first came out, I wasn't a huge fan of the whole look, but after seeing one in person, yeah, this is pretty nice. The black one, in my opinion, does look the best in this design. I'm not a big fan of the blue, but the black one definitely has my heart. This whole bike, in my opinion, is like a weird mix of like the R7, R6, and R1. If they all had a baby, this is what it'd be like. And of course, with the MT-09 engine, but we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, overall, I think the design itself is pretty nice. I definitely don't like this tail. A bit sad that they kind of went for something like this, because as you guys know, all the Yamaha models have such nice tails, and I'm so sad to see that they went for something like this. I remember seeing the photos when these winglets did get released. It didn't look the best, but after seeing one in person, yeah, it's definitely real nice. Yamaha wasted no time and equipped this thing with their best tech package. Someone's banging our wheelies out there. Now, the coolest feature about this bike has got to be the GPS system. I'm currently not running a quad lock on this thing, nor am I running a Cardo, so the only way I'm getting around right now is my AirPods in my helmet. Listen, I wish I can say that the GPS is good, but I don't even know what it's like because it won't let me connect my phone to it. I've had like Bluetooth issues, so if any of you guys actually own R9s, maybe you guys have had similar issues, but for some reason I cannot connect my phone to the Bluetooth on this bike so I can run maps on their GPS. Now, besides the maps that you do get, you obviously get your cruise control and all these wicked looking buttons. Now, the one thing that I can't stand is this indicator design. Now, I understand what Yamaha was going for, and I can see why some people might like this, but I don't know, like, I'm really used to the traditional, indicators. You have this beautiful dash here and 3 little options at the bottom where you can actually change and configure what you want to see on your dash. So you can have coolant, odometer, and your let's see, range. You can actually run the same thing on all these three icons, which is pretty funny. So you can literally have range on every single one. I don't know, that's just funny to me. So with that, if you click the little home icon, it takes you to all these other features you can play with as well: navigation, theme, vehicle info, settings, applications, music, turn by turn. Yeah, pretty cool. The R9 actually does come with a total of 9 modes. So we got rain, street, and race. And then you have 2 more options where you can customize, you know, your own modes. And then after that, you have you have 4 more modes for track. So there's a lot to play with in terms of electronics. Now, before we do head out on the road, guys, I want to give you guys a sound test. Now, out of all the bikes that I've ridden that have come with a stock exhaust, the Yamaha R9 has got to be the most horrible sounding stock exhaust I've ever heard. I mean, besides from how it sounds, I think we can all agree that the stock exhaust is extremely ugly. What I also don't like about the stock exhaust as well is that it's all one weld, which means you can't actually get a slip-on for this. And if you do decide you want to change the exhaust, you do have to get a full system. So that does suck. I wish they did do some sort of like slip-on feature, because not everyone has the money to get a full system, right?
Yeah, it does not sound weak. I know it's a stock exhaust, but I have heard better stock exhausts before, and this is definitely not on that list.
Alright, so I have been riding around now for, let's say, an hour and a half-ish, right? The seating position isn't comfortable, but it also is. Like, it's comfortable in the sense where, you know, it's not a really aggressive riding position at all. At least for my height. Like, I'm 6'1". I think for my height it feels okay. But for some people, they might actually prefer, you know, that really aggressive riding style. But the only thing I gotta say that's not comfortable is the seat. Like, man, the seat's not comfortable at all. My ass is hurting after like an hour and a half-ish of riding. You know what it feels like? It feels like if I was to lay like a beach towel on the concrete floor. Maybe like 2 beach towels. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe like 2 beach towels and sit on concrete floor. It's kind of what it feels like. It's definitely not the most comfortable seat in the world, but you know, it'll do. Dude, there's so many riders out today. Look at this little group here. Let's go. Hey, come on. Well, we got a CBR 650R in front. Come on, y'all. I see 2 pistos. Hey. Hey, come on. Val, let's go. Hey, okay. Should I ride with them? Another thing I do want to mention as well is the quick shifter and the blimp on this thing. I like the fact that they added in that feature, but I don't like how heavy it feels. I think that's the right word to use. Shifting up, it feels like you kind of need a bit more of a to get it up. Like, I've ridden many other bikes that have quick shifters and blimps, and this one definitely feels a lot harder to shift it up. I don't know, that could be me being fucking lazy or some shit. It's not the smoothest quick shifter in the world. I really want to know how this thing, oh my god, I just realized, guys, we haven't even tested the cruise control yet. Come on, dude. Here's the cruise control. I think we click mode. Okay, so now a little icon has just popped up, and then we click up or down. Okay, down. So pretty much you just go the speed you want, and then you set it by pressing down on the set. And to increase or decrease your speed, you just use this little control here. Cruise control on a Yamaha R9, people. Now I can relax, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, my ass. Why is that every bike that I do review on, my ass fucking hurts?
Oh my god, bro, I can't. This seat, I need to stand up. Oh my god, I need to stretch. Oh my ass, bro.
What are you made of, dude? I don't know if it's just me or not, but this seat just gets really uncomfortable after like an hour of riding. Oh my god. Our next test is the throttle response and power delivery. Now, given that this bike is pretty much the MT-09, if you guys actually saw, I also did a review on an MT-09, and I was pretty blown away with how the whole bike handles. Now, my opinions are pretty much the same on this bike as well. Like, it's a very, very, very smooth throttle. On the R9, they've moved away from the traditional cable throttle and they've gone with an electronic one. So it is buttery, buttery smooth. I love the fact that the power is quite linear on this thing. There's just, throughout the entire range of the RPM, there's just torque and power along the entire way. So a lot of low-end torque to play with.
Now for my honest thoughts and opinions, overall, I think the R9 is a great bike. I think Yamaha really nailed this bike in a lot of aspects. If you do both street and track, or want something that feels more engaging than a naked bike, the R9 is very compelling. It's a bike that offers excitement without demanding race-level commitment, which makes it appealing to a broad range of riders. I think it's a well-rounded and balanced motorcycle, except the fact that my ass was hurting for a couple hours of riding. But other than that, I definitely recommend this bike to you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna bounce to my next video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.